Manslaughter charge dismissed in Daniel Penny trial. Jury to consider negligent homicide. A New York judge has dismissed the second-degree manslaughter charge against Daniel Penny in the death of Jordan Neely, a homeless man who died on a New York City subway last year. The decision came at the request of prosecutors after the jury reported being deadlocked on the charge. Judge Maxwell Wiley will now encourage the jury to continue deliberating the lesser charge of criminally negligent homicide when the trial resumes on Monday. Defense attorney Thomas Kenneth opposed the dismissal, arguing it might lead to a coercive or compromised verdict and called for a mistrial instead. However, Judge Wiley declined, stating it was premature to declare a mistrial and urged the jury to keep deliberating. The case stems from an incident where Penny, a 25-year-old former Marine, placed Neely, a 30-year-old homeless man, in a chokehold for 6 minutes. Witnesses described Neely as acting erratically and threatening before Penny intervened. The city's medical examiner ruled that Neely's death was caused by Penny's chokehold. Penny was initially charged with both second-degree manslaughter and criminally negligent homicide, pleading not guilty to both counts. The manslaughter charge required prosecutors to prove that Penny acted recklessly, while the negligent homicide charge requires proof of criminal negligence. The jury has sent multiple notes indicating they cannot reach a unanimous decision on the manslaughter charge. Judge Wiley issued an Allen charge, urging jurors to reconsider their positions and continue deliberating. The Allen charge, commonly used for hung juries, encourages jurors to work through their differences without compromising their beliefs. Defense attorney Kenneth argued that further deliberations could unfairly pressure the jury, but prosecutors insisted that dismissing the manslaughter charge would allow the case to move forward without a mistrial. Prosecutor Daphne Yoren expressed concerns that a hung jury on the manslaughter charge would result in a new trial. The jury has also sought clarification on the term reasonable person as it applies to their deliberations. Judge Wiley referred them to legal precedent and reminded them to evaluate whether a reasonable person in Penny's position would have acted similarly under the circumstances. One unresolved question is whether the jury can move to deliberating the negligent homicide charge if they cannot reach a verdict on the manslaughter charge. Judge Wiley acknowledged this legal ambiguity and promised to seek clarity. The case has drawn comparisons to the 1984 trial of Bernhard Goetz, who shot 4 teenagers on a New York subway claiming self-defense. That trial also revolved around questions of reasonableness and sparked national debates about race, crime, and self-defense, issues that resonate in Penny's case nearly 4 decades later. The trial is set to resume on Monday, with the jury focusing on the lesser charge of criminally negligent homicide. It remains unclear whether the jury will be allowed to consider this charge if they fail to reach a unanimous decision on the manslaughter count. Stay tuned for updates on the Daniel Penny trial.